What's going on, guys? What's up? What's up? Just gonna give everybody a few minutes to trickle in. I know this is kind of an odd time to come on. I'm usually during the evenings, and we're gonna probably have an evening stream as well. But I figured let's just had some time today. Let's go jump on stream instead of me making a video. So, hope you guys are having a great day. Let's jump right into this. So, have you guys seen these big swings today? Bitcoin right now currently sitting at around 42,877. You can see earlier we have pretty much jumped up to where we're getting, or this was the other day. Hold on here. I'm all do the 1 hour, but let's jump on the 5-day real quick and see. So earlier, this was today. Earlier we were pumping. We almost got up to 43, about 42,900, and got rejected. You can see, but look at this beautiful W pattern that we formed. And since then, we are looking like we want to go back up. It looks like Bitcoin really is trying to get back up, you know, past what all this crap that we've gone through with the Fed meeting yesterday and everything like that. Like I was saying yesterday in last night's evening stream, that, you know, I think today or this week coming up, we're going to get past the Fed meetings. You know, there was a little bit of turbulence, volatile in the market yesterday, obviously because of the wordage of the Feds, you know, talking about how they do not want to do any kind of Fed pivot as of right now. A lot of people are calling for March and then possibly May, and we'll pull that chart up here in a minute. But, you know, as far as Bitcoin, the market right now, today we are looking, in my eyes, looking very bullish. It looks like I keep saying, we just want to break out and get back up towards that $44,000-$45,000 mark, and I think it's inevitable at this point, right? So what's going on? Good morning, brother, man. Mark, what's going on? Free, what's going on? I'm surprised you're on now. Oh, nice. Yeah. I had the day free, so I was like, you know what? Instead of I'm gonna probably do another stream later on this evening, but you know, I was like, you know what? Instead of making a video, let's just jump on live. So Craig said, "What's up? Why live this early?" You just gotta do it sometimes, right, bro? Gotta hit you guys up, confuse you a little bit. So Milady today, let's look at what Milady's been doing. So you look. As Bitcoin was making a rally, you can see this earlier this morning or yesterday, last night. I don't know when it was, but we broke down, bottomed out at around 52, almost 52 even. And you can see as of earlier, like about an hour or two ago, we jumped up to about 54. So it looks like, you guys, we all honestly can say that we are in another freaking channel. We have, I guess we'll wait and we'll see, because we might jump back into this channel that we've kind of been sitting in for the last like month and a half. Obviously, we broke down plenty of times under the channel, which I've been telling you guys for myself, been good dollar cost average in spots. Anywhere where we're pretty much at, anything under the 55 and under is what I've been kind of watching for some dollar cost averaging opportunities. You can see for Milady, before we kind of broke down, it looked like we were forming this beautiful W pattern where we were going to maybe break out. But right now, everything in the market is at Bitcoin's mercy, right? Everything's at Bitcoin's mercy. You know, it's good that at least we're seeing Bitcoin is really trying to have a breakout. Now, what I don't want to see with Bitcoin is us form a beautiful but dreaded M pattern, right? This double top. I want to see us kind of break out from where we're at right now and maybe get towards or above $43,000. Hopefully we can see that on the stream. Looking at Milady's market cap, we are still sitting under $40 million at around $39 million. Down about 4% today. Volume is down about 4%. Looking something I haven't covered in a few days. Bitcoin dominance has jumped up 51.3. You guys can see after the ETF, right? About 3 weeks ago, Bitcoin dropped. Its dominance dropped down to about 49.9, and since then it has gone back up about 2%. Obviously, with the uncertainty in the market, a lot of people will pull out of small cap coins and really put their money into Bitcoin because it's going to be a little bit more secure, right? So Fear and greed. Wanted to go over this, and let's see here if it actually will bring me up, or let's see here. Fear and greed right now. It's not exactly what I'm looking for. But you guys can see fear and greed right now is about 56 out of 100. So we're starting to get back into those levels. When you start getting into like the 50s, the 40s, usually the market's not doing great. You usually have a lot of fear out there. Obviously, when we get down to the 20s is when we bottomed out. 15 is, I think, where we pretty much bottomed out when we were at the low for the whole market. That was probably about a year ago. Obviously, we've jumped up since then. We were up, I think, about 75 as of just 2 weeks ago, and we have dropped down towards about 56. So a lot of times, history plays itself out. It tells you when you start getting down towards the lower numbers of the fear and greed, usually is a good time to dollar cost average in and buy in. So that's another thing to keep an eye on. One thing I did want to point out today, have you guys heard about this project, Pork? A lot of people have been talking about this project. It's a DeFi project on, this one looks like it's on Ethereum. But it looks like it's been pumping. I've been hearing a lot about this project. A lot about it. I want to see something real quick, because I believe there is a Pork that's on Solana. Let me see here. Porky? No, not Porky. Pork 2.0. Porky on Jupiter. So I guess this is the project. As far as a lot of people have been talking about Pork, right? Pork's been going crazy. This is the project. It's on Ethereum. I thought it was on Solana, honestly, but I guess it's on Ethereum. Who still uses Ethereum? Just kidding. I'm just kidding. Looking at the DeFi for Ethereum, we're at a little bit over $1 billion for volume. Solana holding the top, though, at 1.1. Binance is at the top at 1.6 billion, and Arbitrum at around where it's always at, around $400 million every freaking day. Look at Bitcoin. We just jumped up to 42.9. Is this the crypto FUD effect right here? Come on, let's break that 43,000. This market is so freaking crazy today. I got stopped out of a freaking long. I was in a long, bought in like right around here, was up massively in profit. Then we started breaking down. I wasn't looking at the charts, and I got stomped out of my freaking long. And then look, for it to like literally break, it literally liquidated me like right here, and then it freaking bounced. And we're on our way back up, it looks like. I'm not even pissed. I'm just like, whatever, dude. I told myself I was going to stay out of doing shorts or longs for right now, just because the market is like freaking going crazy. Craig said, looks like PRQ is going to... let's check it out. Remember yesterday we were looking at PRQ, so let's see. We'll come back to Milady. Let's see what it did yesterday. I honestly didn't see anything. So, Craig, you see what it did? You see what it did? Another one of those little gigapumps. It was very short-lived, but you know... Bro, that's what I'm trying to tell you, man. With this project, if you have the opportunity to really just, if you can ride one of these gigapumps up, you know, I don't know. I mean, you can see it's been making, since it jumped up towards the 17, obviously it looks like it's been getting kind of, it's hard to break the 17 now, right? Both of these tops right here are around 16.8, almost identical. Honestly, I would sit there and wait for a gigapump and just keep repositioning myself, right? Like selling off at 16, 17 cents and then catching that bottom again, you know? Even though like the bottom right now would have been, is higher than, because you said you bought in at 13 cents, right? So even if you would have caught this bottom perfectly, you still would have been buying in a little bit higher. But if you would have sold up here and then bought down here, you would have accumulated, I guess it's not really worth it, right? Because it's only an 11% difference, right, from this top. So you really only, if by the time you pay your fees and stuff like that, it probably is not even worth it, honestly. So I would just hold off. You know, the project still looks bullish, obviously, like I was telling you last night. Definitely looks bullish, sitting well above its 200-day, and you can see even with these spikes, these gigapumps, it's making higher lows. So I mean, it looks great. It honestly looks good. And I know we checked out yesterday as far as the market cap being so small. You're gonna see these quick little spurts, but as long as it's dropping and it's making higher lows, this thing is gonna continue to just continue to keep making higher numbers, pretty much, right? I mean, I won't draw a trend line because every time I draw a trend line, it always will break. It's like the curse of the trend line. Every time I make a freaking trend line, it always breaks. Always. It's like never failed. Let's look at Solana. So Solana right now, look at closer chart here. Solana right now sitting at around $96, really just trying to break that $100 mark again, right? Trying to break that $100 mark. Obviously, we just came off of a little high, this local high, which was like 2 days ago at around 106. Oh, guys, I was able to close my position. Remember I told you guys in Jupiter I had a position that was like freaking would not close? Dude, so I told you guys I swapped over from a new phone. I was like, you know what? I grabbed my old phone, still has my wallets on there connected as well, and I freaking went on to Jupiter, and it let me freaking close the position. I'm like, what the I don't know what's going on. My new Apple Radium won't connect to my wallets. And now I can use Jupiter Swap only to swap like into DeFi projects. But as far as like doing any kind of leverage trading, it will not freaking open or close a position now. So it is what it is, man. Nico said, what's going on, Nico? What's up, bro? 2 hours ago, I added some more Milady to my bag. Nice, bro. Glad to hear. High Rod said, dog Elon Mars. Mars, let's effing go. Let's check out Mars. Let's see what's going on with dog Elon. So dog Elon, still sitting above the 200A. Dog Elon, bro. This is Doge. I'm like, this is not dog Elon. I knew something wasn't right about that chart. And then I saw 7 cents. I was like, wait, dog Elon went up to 7 cents? It's going to be some freaking billionaires. So dog Elon, you can see, bro, right now this thing is it's fighting to stay above this 200-day moving average. Look, this yellow line right here is going to be your 200-day moving average. You can see as of yesterday, or was it yesterday? The 24th. Okay, so this was about a week ago, I would say. Roughly about a week ago, it broke down. Broke down to this 14 mark, right? Luckily, it was short-lived, and it was able to get above its 200-day again. Hopefully, it can stay above, because right now, you can see it is testing. It's been testing multiple times this 200-day moving average, which is going to be around that 15.9. It better hold that. If not, it's going to break down again, and the next time it comes up, most likely it's going to be hitting its head on this 200-day moving average. So still bullish, on dog Elon. I think dog Elon's going to do pretty good during the next bull run. Like I've been telling you guys with dog Elon, I think a lot of people have gotten a little not tired, but just moved on dog Elon because of the fact that like there's just really hasn't been any explosive moves on dog Elon, right? There hasn't been any kind of new developments that I've heard of for dog Elon. So a lot of people are, just they want to move their allocate their funds to other projects that are maybe getting a little bit more exposure, more in the limelight. But like I always tell you guys, just like XRP and ADA, whenever projects they kind of go back into the back burner and they go into like where people aren't really talking about them, thinking about them anymore, they'll usually find, these things will kind of obviously they'll move down, right? But they'll find a spot where they found some support. They'll sit there for a while, and then out of nowhere, they'll just have an explosive move, right? They'll just have an explosive move and run up 10, or like 100, 200%. Not saying this is going to happen like today or anything like that, but I wouldn't be surprised if we come back and check on dog Elon in the next few months and this thing has some kind of an explosive move. But what I would like to see is instead of just an explosive move, it really hold up and stay up, That's what I want to see. I know dog Elon, the market cap, let's check it out. I know it's gotten down. This thing at one point was over $1 billion. Oh. Well over $1 billion. And now it's around $87 million market cap. So this thing has dropped down in market cap like crazy. So I mean the setup is there as far as, seeing some kind of an explosive move. Market cap so low. So At any day now, I wouldn't be surprised if we go and check on, like I keep saying, Dog Elon, and this thing has done some crazy moves. So good luck with that. If you're still holding on to Dog Elon from like a year or two ago, you got some thick skin. Like you have patience, right? And hopefully it pays off for you. Hopefully it pays off for you for sure. Let's see here. Hot Rod said they bought 10 trillion. Binance is now the 12th holder of Etherscan on Elon. Oh, nice. Well, that's good. So, dude, like I said, I wouldn't be surprised. You have to understand that a lot of in the meme coin realm right now, even Shiba and Doge are getting slack. People are kind of writing them off, and I put, those OG meme coins, I put Dog Elon right there with them because Dog Elon was around during the last bull run, right? So I put it as like an OG meme coin, and I said, someone was asking me last night, how what do I think Shiba is going to do in the next bull run? And I said I think Shiba will maybe 2x, right? I think Shiba will maybe 2x, which that would make the market cap, if it 2x, is somewhere around 12 to 15 billion dollars. I don't think that it's going to go up towards its all-time highs again. I just don't think it. And with Dog Elon, not saying that it won't get up to its all-time highs, but I just think that maybe if you're looking for like a 50x, I don't think that a lot of these older meme coins are going to get you there, honestly. And I don't mean to like talk bad on the project. Maybe Dog Elon, because of the fact that the market cap is so low, it probably will see better gains than Shiba or Doge, but I just think that a lot of people are writing these projects off because there's just so much competition now in the meme space. If you go back in 2020, 2021, there wasn't a lot of big contenders in the meme coin space. Now, you flip 3-4 years down the road and there's meme coins everywhere, right? So there's going to be a lot of competition out there when we get into the bull run on who's going to be superior, who's going to be the top meme coin. And even if Milady isn't the top meme coin, cool. But who's going to be the top 3? Who's going to be the top 5 meme coins? Who's going to break that $1 billion market cap and stay above it? That's what we're all wondering. And right now, for Milady, I always preach, Milady has such potential because you look at Dog Elon, right? It's down like crazy. But, you look at the market cap, it's at around $90 million. You go over to Milady and it's at $38 million. So us even getting to $90 million would be a 2x from where we're at right now, which would make majority of the wallets that are in Milady in the green. So that's what I'm saying. Like a project like Milady just has so much potential to see the maximum gains is what I'm thinking, right? So checking back up on Bitcoin. Bitcoin did make it up to 43. Look at that. Made it up to 43 and got rejected. Let's see if we have any resistance. I mean, obviously 43 is going to be resistance just because it's hitting 43, but let's just see. It's just good to see that Bitcoin is, after yesterday, we're finally, we're bouncing back. We're at 43,000. Think about this, guys. We're at 43,000. We're not far from 44, 45,000 where we were sitting right before the ETF. We're going right back to where we were at. So hopefully the rest of the alts, and I will tell you this, a lot of times, let Bitcoin do its thing. Alts are, still kind of lagging behind Bitcoin. Even today, when you see these big pumps, you see Bitcoin's up 1%. You would think alts would be at like up 10% today. No, it's not the case. And that leads back to, like I said, Bitcoin dominance being at around over 51%. Bitcoin right now is seeing the big run. Bitcoin's seeing the big run. Give it a week or two. Everybody wants to fill the market out. If Bitcoin can get back up to $45,000 and stay above those numbers, you're going to see the alts all retrace back up to where we were at 2-3 weeks ago, which would probably be a 10-20% gain on most alts. So let's see here. Are you still saying Crow is not going to pump big since it's an OG too? Nah, bro. I'm not saying Crow is not going to pump because you guys know that I love Crow. Chronos is like my native DeFi, right? I'm a little disappointed in them that they're really letting off they let off the gas and they haven't really been putting a lot of development in the Chronos ecosystem. And I mean, right now, what's driving Solana? It's ecosystem, meme coins, right? Other than like Jupiter, and all that, you have meme coins that are running the DeFi right now. Whoever, they need to really bring in a lot of developers that are that are on Solana and all that stuff, and also bring a lot of those projects over to Chronos so we can get exposure. I don't think Crow is going to be going anywhere. I think Crow's going to do good, in this next bull run, and hopefully they have something up their sleeve because they're pretty smart with a lot of the stuff that they do. They did great on the last bull run. Hopefully they're pretty smart with their promoting, Chronos again. And like I said, bringing developers over to their ecosystem and having people build on their ecosystem. That's what's going to help Crow and Chronos. So I'm not saying that Crow is going to do bad because it's an OG. I'm not saying that who's the biggest OG of them all? Bitcoin, right? And Bitcoin, we all know Bitcoin's going to lead the way. So I'm not saying just because it's I'm not saying because of a project is an OG and it did good in the last bull run that it's not going to do good on this bull run. I'm just saying for the meme coins particularly, we all know how meme coin traders are. They have very small patience. It's like all of them have like a crypto ADD, and it's like they jump in on projects. If it's not doing anything, they're out, they're out. So, or if it's not being talked about, they're out. They're moving. They like that excitement, right? Of just being in projects that are moving. So, oh man, hold on one second. Someone's calling me. Hello? I don't know. You need to talk to her? Mom. Let me, I'll have her call. Was everything okay? Mom. She's in the bathroom. I'll have her call you. Sorry. Yeah, my grandmother was calling me. I was like, she don't call me. Something must be going on. All right, so CZ's calling you from jail. What's going on, Di? How's everybody going? So yeah, just explaining. So we're having a live stream early today, but I'm probably gonna come back out later on, like in the evening, like around 6:30, 7 o'clock, and we'll recap on what's going on today. But so like I was saying, back to my rant about OG projects. Everything is gonna be perfectly fine. All I was saying was that for the meme coins, there's gonna be a lot of competition this round versus when we were in 2020, 2021. A lot of the projects, or there wasn't a lot of meme coins that were really in the space. Really, what took over, it was really just Shiba and Doge. This time around, there's going to be a lot of competition. So that's why I was saying, we're back on Dog Elon, I hope that they can really get some hype behind them and get that fire burning back, for their community. Now, let's see here. So, what's HBAR looking like? HBAR takes patience too. We'll check out HBAR. Here, let me see. So Free said, I have a good amount of Dog Elon, Shiba, ladies, and a few others. You know how meme coins are. They're still loading up on mid caps too. Nice. And Soul said, can you teach trading? Definitely, bro. I definitely will. Like I said, I'm gonna have something cooking. Here, where we might have like a little course, like for like day trading, week trading, swing trading, stuff like that. Show you guys how I do my leverage trading and stuff like that. So I definitely will let you know whenever when we come out with that. And let's see, Hot Rod was saying we need a Coinbase listing for Milady, and it can happen in the bull run if the community is there. Definitely, and that's something that we've been talking about, Hot Rod. With Coinbase and Binance, I think that they eventually will list ladies, but right now, you got to remember these exchanges make money off of transactions, right? So they want to bring out what's hot, and what's moving right now, because they don't. Whenever an exchange is gonna list a project, they buy into the project a lot, right? So you'll see, like with Binance, if they were to list Milady's, they're gonna spend probably $10 or $20 million and buy that project so they can offer it to their users. So they don't want to invest $20 million as of right now, and the project is technically, the volume is only bringing in about $2 million, and that's across the whole board, right? So like I was telling you guys, we are going to get those listings. We're going to get them. But what we have to do as a community is really just get the word out there, get the hype out there. And once we get the hype built, and there's a lot of people talking about Milady, that's when you're going to see the volume really jumping up. When we're having days of 20, 30, 40, $50 million volume days, that's when you're going to see Binance and Coinbase wanting to get a piece of that pie, right? Because then now they're looking, they're like, all right, now it's worth my while if we can at least generate, a few $1,000,000 of transactions on Milady daily. That's money that they're going to be making, right? So they're going to feel a little bit better about that $20 million investment, because they're going to bring back their ROI really fast. And that's how these exchanges work. They don't want to list stuff that aren't technically bringing in the volume. And that, just because right now we're not bringing in the volume, is perfectly fine. There was a time where Shiba and Doge weren't bringing in any volume, right? They were all traded off of the DeFi. Shiba particularly was traded off of, the only way you could buy Shiba was through Uniswap and some other swaps, right? But as word came out, as it started to build as a project, volume was going crazy. And then eventually you saw a lot of the major exchanges finally list Shiba. Coinbase, Crypto.com and Coinbase didn't release Shiba till literally after it already ran up. That's when they finally listed Shiba on their exchanges, right? Shiba just got listed on Robinhood like a year ago. They were so late, as far as listen. I mean, I know no one really uses Robinhood, but I'm just, that was one thing we always were talking about. If Shiba gets on Robinhood, it was going to go crazy. Well, they waited too long and they dropped the ball on that. So that's pretty much my opinion on when Binance and Coinbase are really going to drop, a listing for Milady. But it will come. We will get there. So Insider Trading letting you know he's listing Milady. Craig said, was that about your extended warranty? No, I don't honestly get those calls anymore about extended warranties. I don't know if because it's a newer number and stuff like that, but I don't get those calls. And I'm telling you, since I switched over to this new iPhone, this 15, it literally blocks all those spam calls. They don't even come across my phone. See here, Die, what's going on, brother? I still got until mid-February. Die, you have 2 weeks, bro. 2 weeks. Mom, what do they call for you? Yeah. Over here being a secretary. All right, so let's see here. So let's look at the bubbles for today. Look at the hourly. Look at all this green for the hour. We got Ordinals up, ADA, ICP, pretty much the whole freaking market, the top 100s. Look at, there's literally only 2 bubbles that are red. Everything's in the green. So like I was telling you guys, Bitcoin just broke over 43,000. You can see we spiked up to 43,100. A lot of these alts are going to follow behind. I think it's going to be, if they still want to see if Bitcoin's really, if this is a fake out for Bitcoin or if we're actually going to be going up and staying up. If we see Bitcoin start getting closer towards 44, 45,000, altcoins are going to start jumping back up, and we're going to regain what we've lost in the last few weeks. So definitely waiting for that to happen for sure. For the daily, though, you can see a lot of the alts are still down. You guys remember Jupiter? Did you guys remember me talking about Jupiter? And let's bring up Jupiter real quick. So Jupiter just got dropped yesterday. Big swap on Solana, right? And I was telling a lot of people yesterday, just be very cautious, because This thing just dropped, right? It just dropped. There was a lot of people that probably got in on the pre-sales. A lot of people that got in, and got in at a fraction of the price. And they're basically they're gonna cause big sell pressure, right? So, and you have people that still technically maybe that have missed selling off at this $1.27 that are waiting for these little spikes where you'll see Jupiter maybe jump up to 64, 65 cents, and then it quickly dies out. It quickly will die out and it'll sell off. Yesterday, the market cap was about almost $1 billion, and you can see as of now, it's gone down 14% at around $800 million. So, I think in the long run, I usually stay away from these swap coins. I'm not saying that it's not going to, maybe, do some good things down the road. But for right now, there's just too many red flags with this. As far as it just dropped yesterday, too many people are still in profit that can sell at any minute. You see the circulating supply is only at 13%. I don't like that. I don't like that at all. I'm not saying that they're going to drop, coins in circulation, by this week or anything like that. It's just I don't like projects that have a very small circulating supply percent, right? Their circulating supply is so small compared to their total supply. Like I said, only 13% of the coins are in circulation right now. So just couple little things I'm just like, I don't like it. I don't like it. Did you guys see I saw an article. This kid freaking was able to accumulate $1 million in the Jupiter airdrop yesterday. $1 million. Supposedly, he's only 17 years old, right? And he was basically letting everybody know how he did it and what you had to do to be eligible for the Jupiter airdrop was you just had to basically use their swap, right? You just had to buy, sell. Well, this kid was buying and selling like just dollar increments, like buy something, sell it for $1, buy, sell. The fees are so low that he just kept doing it over. Supposedly did it with thousands of wallets, and was able to accumulate over $1 billion in the Jupiter airdrop. Isn't that nuts? That's smart that little kid, I don't mean to call him little, but that young person was able to outthink us and do something like that. And he ended up accumulating over $1 billion in Jupiter. And he sold 1.14 million. I mean, imagine going through all those wallets and having to do that. I don't know how do you have so many wallets? It's nuts. But I think now that the cat's out of the bag for that, so Jupiter's supposed to be doing airdrops every year for the next 3 years, right? And people are like, oh, they're thinking that they're going to do what this kid did in this next year. I guarantee that they're going to have some kind of, they're going to be regulating or watching, stuff like that. And they're going to probably make little thresholds where each transaction that you do to be eligible has got to be at like $50 or something, instead of, making these little transactions. You're doing hundreds of transactions a day for like the same $2, right? So who knows? Maybe they don't care. Because, I mean, at the end of the day, Jupiter, they did great as far as their airdrop and their release. They did great. So I think that they could care less. That $1 million is a drop in the bucket for them, especially when they released. They were at $1 billion market cap. So, yep. So that's it. Looking at some of the news today, let's check out what's going on in crypto today. So you guys can see top crypto gainers for the day. Pork 2, South, and Pork. We looked at Pork a little while ago. It's an Ethereum DeFi. Look at this article. It says low cap shitcoins. It actually says that. Oh my god. This article says low cap shitcoins, Pork 2, South, and Pork are on the top crypto gainers today for the DEX tool. These journalists are like, screw these shitcoins. Excuse my language. That's freaking hilarious. That is funny. Let's see here. So best cryptos to buy on February 1st. Link. Is that Plymouth? I don't know if that's Plymouth. Is that Plinth? Pyth? I think it would be Pyth, right? Link, Pyth, and Mina. Let's check those projects out. What is Link been doing nowadays? I know Link's going to be a big. I think it's going to do really well in this next bull run. You can see it's definitely running. You know what's funny is like 5 months ago or whatever it was when it was down, I was buying in at like $4 or $5, and I ended up selling on a little pump. And obviously, you guys can see it's now jumped up towards around $17. Link looks pretty good. Definitely found support right here at this $13.27. And you can see this thing has just been swinging, waiting for Bitcoin to really get to a secure spot. And this thing is probably going to shoot up towards $20. What was the other projects that they were talking about? South. Those are probably DeFi projects. Yep. DeFi. And Pork 2. Let's look up Pork 2. Where's my DeFi? So it looks like everything today has been on Ethereum. What the hell? Look at this chart. That's crazy. Real quick, guys, before we continue, or as we continue, make sure you guys hit that like. Make sure you guys hit that like for the algorithm. So U.S. gets serious about tracking crypto mining electricity usage. Let's check out what CoinDesk has going on. Reload the screen. Look at this the first article, same thing. U.S. drilling down on crypto miners' energy use draws ear from community. Binance is facing regulatory headwinds as it ties to re-enter UK market. That FTX Super Bowl ad, like an idiot, I did it. You guys remember? Was that last year? I think that was. For FTX, they had a big Super Bowl ad. That could not have been a year. It's been a year since FTX. Like, I feel like it's been longer since FTX collapsed. No way. It hasn't even been a year yet. Look at this. Polygon Labs cuts 19% of its staff, 60 roles, for enhanced performance. So IKF said, hi, most of the time I miss out on live streams video, but I do watch them later on the day and click the like on your videos. Please keep up the great work. I appreciate that, brother. That's why I was like, today I had time. I was like, you know what? Let's do an early stream. I am going to do an evening stream as well. But I was like, let's just do an early stream just because I know a lot of people watch my videos after the fact because I know everybody's busy and, everybody has lives, right? So you can't make the live streams every day whenever, I'm doing them at 6 o'clock. And especially if you're overseas and stuff like that, I know 6 o'clock evening time here could be, very early or late wherever you're possibly at. So completely understand. So you guys can see, so today I feel like it's going to be the same thing today. I mean, well, let's be happy that we're at least right there at that 43,000 mark, but you can see as of today, we have literally been rejected off of the 43 multiple times. And I'm actually, let's see here. So you can see right here, pretty much right at that 43. Is that? No. That was yesterday. That was 2 days ago. This was yesterday when we broke above the 43. See, I'm getting ahead of myself. So there we are. So this was our pump from earlier at around 42.9. We got rejected. Made a higher high right here at 43.1. So hopefully we can at least hold. Remember, I was telling you guys I was just a little eerie I'm going to use eerie because I just read it in an article, but I was a little eerie on us making a double top in some kind of an M pattern and us maybe breaking down, not, going all the way down to where we were, but some kind of, breaking that 43, coming down, maybe possibly breaking 42. But you guys can see, hopefully, as these SMA moving averages move up and they'll come up towards where the price action is right now because they are a lagging indicator, we'll find some support somewhere on this 20-day moving average, somewhere around the 42.8, 42.9. Let's see if the 1 minute. Okay, yep. So you can see we're finding support right here on the 50-day SMA moving average right here at the 42.9. So hopefully that will hold, and we can continue to at least stay at around 43,000, if not continue to pump, because that would be nice. That'd be very nice. Craig said today's going to be another blah day. You could say it's a blah day, but at the same time, I mean, at least we got we have something going on with Bitcoin, right? At least we have, Bitcoin is really trying to move back up, because if we zoom out on Bitcoin, I mean, look, this was all before the ETF, right? This was us building up before the ETF. Look where we're at right now. We're right back into this, pretty much this channel that we've been in the last few months. After everything we've gone through, even it looked like we were breaking down like crazy, right? When we broke down to 38.4 right there, 38.5, we bounced off that support. Since then, we really have been, trying its best to break out and get back up towards these $44,000-$45,000 mark. And like I said, I wouldn't be surprised if we honestly do break this 43,000 here. Maybe it doesn't happen necessarily today, but we do break it in the next few days, and we're back up towards 45,000. And to be honest, like I keep telling you guys, you're not going to see a lot of movement with the altcoins right now, right? You can see Bitcoin's in the green, Ethereum's in the green, almost identical at 0.9%, but you can see majority of the altcoins, other than maybe Solana up 0.1, and XRP's up about 0.5%, but XRP, we all know exactly what happened with XRP. If you didn't, we can kind of cover it. Yesterday or the day before, the top executive for XRP's, one of its wallets was hacked and sold off about $100 million of XRP. So that kind of spooked the market. XRP dropped down towards around 48 cents, which really wasn't that big of a drop, to be honest. It broke down to this 48 cents, and since then it has been trying to kind of get back into that stable, it's like a stable coin now at 50 cents. It's like pegged at, is where it's been kind of sitting for, it feels like a while now, since pretty much mid-January. It's been sitting at around 50 cents, and you can see it's been slowly just kind of losing its wind here, slowly but surely. And I told you guys this probably about a month ago when we were covering XRP. I was saying XRP probably will do really well in the bull run, but for right now, a lot of people were, after the whole case, that they beat the case, everybody was expecting, it to, jump up well past $1 and stay above $1. It didn't, right? And you had a lot of people that are, you fast forward 2 or 3 months down the road where we're at right now, they're all upset. A lot of them have sold off, right? A lot of them have sold off of their XRP, and they've moved it into other projects because of the fact that even just 4 or 6 weeks ago, when we saw the most of the market really going crazy, right? XRP, let's look if this was it right here. So this was October. This was like kind of when everything started to take off for altcoins. XRP actually didn't do bad. It jumped up towards around 73 cents. You can see it jumped up towards around 73 cents. This was in November. This was kind of in line. Well, look, this was kind of in line. So it was a little bit before Milady was jumping. When Milady started jumping, everything was moving, right? And it wasn't because Milady was moving. Milady was moving with everything, in the market. But it really, the altcoins really started pumping around the end of November, beginning of December of this year that we just ended, right? XRP saw a pump at the beginning or the mid of October, and you can see towards the beginning of November is where it made its little high right here at around 73. I'm not even going to acknowledge whatever the hell this gigapump is right here, but you can see about the beginning of November, it made its local high at around 73 cents, and it's really kind of just bled out since then. We did have a nice little swing trying to break out again at around 70 cents, but since then, it has just really bled out, right? And a lot of people are disappointed in XRP, and I told you guys this. XRP and ADA, these are going to be one of those two projects. Those are going to be two of the projects. ADA did this exact same thing right before the bull market, where everybody was like, ADA's not doing anything. It's a dead project. Just everybody was just basically bashing ADA, right? And a lot of the alts were going crazy, and ADA really wasn't going nuts. It was up, but it wasn't going crazy. And then out of nowhere, everybody wrote ADA off, and it started shooting up like crazy. And it went from 70, 80 cents, a dollar, where it sat at a dollar mark for the longest in 2021. And then out of nowhere, it shot up and went all the way up to $3.50. So that's what I'm saying. As far as XRP, this thing is probably going to sit around where it's at right now. You might see little dips, but you can see even after the hack, it really didn't drop much. It dropped down to about 48 cents and went right back to where it's been kind of hanging out. It leads me to believe that when we get into this next bull run, a lot of people have sold off on XRP. This thing's probably going to jump up to like $2 or $3. I know $3 is a little bit crazy because XRP's market cap is, I think, like $26 billion. So for it to jump up to $2, that would be a 4x. That means that it would break $100 billion market cap, which I do think when we get into this next bull run, there's going to be some projects that are going to break $100 billion. It's not going to be just Bitcoin and Ethereum. Obviously, we all know Solana most likely is going to break that $100 billion mark for sure. BNB possibly could break that $100 billion mark, and then you have some other projects that might come out of nowhere that might do it. Like, a project that I think I don't know about $100 billion, but is going to shock people, and it's already made headways, is ICP. ICP, I think, is up about 1% today. I honestly think that ICP is going to be a big player in this next bull run. I've been screaming this for the last year when ICP was down at $2, that this project right here is going to be a massive project in this next bull run. I really do think it. ICP has been holding very strong since all these dips that we've gone through in the last 2 months. ICP is still sitting above $10. I mean, that's just fascinating. It's honestly fascinating. You can see for ICP, when it did have its dip, it bounced perfectly right here at this 0.5. This fib retracement's been there. It bounced perfectly at this 0.5 right here. And you can see since then, it did try to break that $13 mark, and it hit its head pretty much on the 236. And right now, it found some support at the 382 at around that $11.20. Currently sitting at around $11.63. So I honestly think that ICP is going to be a project that's going to break into that top 10 market cap projects for crypto. I really do believe that. What do you guys think? You guys think there's going to be any other projects that I missed out that are maybe going to break up to the top 10? Let me know your thoughts. Let me hear what you think. So let's see here. Free said, what's your top 3 favorite cryptos? Top 3 favorite cryptos. Well, I will say, because I mean, we're already on it, ICP is probably going to be one of my, it's hard to say top 3, but I would say one of my top 5. ICP for sure would be it. I do believe ICP for sure is going to be it. Another project that I am a big believer in is Fetch AI. Fetch AI, I think, is going to be, like I said, going to be one of the top contenders for the AI space for crypto. Autonomous blockchain technology. This project has it all as far as AI. So I think that Fetch AI I would put it up there in my top 5. Obviously, my beloved Milady would be one of my top 5s, just because, remember, you just look what I just did right there. I just went from ICP, which is at about 5. I think ICP is at around what? Market cap 17. It's at $5 billion. So I put ICP at a bigger market cap, right? Fetch AI is somewhere around a few $100 million market cap, which I would put it at a mid market cap, right? 400, about $500 million. Put it right there on the mid market caps. And then my beloved lady as a micro small market cap. Remember, guys, I always tell you guys large market cap, mid market caps, small market caps, right? You want to diversify and have, a full spectrum in your portfolio. Definitely going to play out, because those big market caps, those aren't going to be the ones you're going to see those 10, 20, or 100Xs, but it'll give you some stability in your portfolio if we ever do see any dips. The big market caps won't obviously see dramatic drops as much as your mid and small caps. Your mid caps, that's where you're gonna see possibly those 2 to 5x gains when we get into the bull market. And then obviously those market caps have the potential to. You always want to have a couple gems in your portfolio. Those will have the potential to possibly see those 10, 20, and maybe 100x, if not more, right? But those are going to be your most volatile assets in your portfolio due to the fact that their market cap is so small. They're going to see the biggest swings, right? So, so Craig said, I'm mad at Fetch AI. I watched it when it was at 9 cents and never bought. Bro. And if I know you've been here for a while, Craig, but I've been screaming to the hills since Fetch AI since it was at 15 cents. I have been screaming to the hills that that project was going to explode. And I mean, just in this last little mini altcoin season that we saw, you saw Fetch right here jumped up to about 80 cents. I'm mad because I bought in and had so much Fetch AI, and I sold at around this pump right here is when I sold. And then we took a dip, and I was like, yes, I'm going to catch this thing. It's going to drop back down, and I'm going to double my position. Nope. Freaking 2x from right there. So, it is what it is. It is what it is, but, I don't care if I sold out on the project. I made profit, obviously, right? And I don't care about any of that. I'm always going to, tell you guys my honest, someone asked, what are my big projects that I think are going to be, big gainers in the bull run, and Fetch and ICP are always going to be part of that list, always. Even though I sold out on both of them, on these last big pumps, I still believe in them, and you better believe that I watch these things every single day, waiting. I'm not hoping that they drop or anything like that, but if they do, give me any opportunity to buy back in at anywhere under where I sold, you better believe that I'm adding to my bag for sure. So, Hot Rod said, Elon will melt faces. That's your quote. You're right. That is my quote. And Milady is my gamble coin, 67 billion, Elon 20 billion. Nice. Hot Rod, you're right, brother. And probably a year ago, I really was heavy on covering Dog Elon, right? And I still do periodically make videos about it. And I is quoted from a lot of my videos that I think that Dog Elon eventually is going to melt faces. And this leads back to what I was just saying. A lot of people have wrote Dog Elon off, right? They've moved on. It still has a big community out there, very big community, right? But a lot of people have come and go expecting that Dog Elon was going to be explosive, and it hadn't exploded yet, right? That's where the analogy comes that I think it's going to melt faces, because a lot of those people that sold off, in the last 6 months, because it wasn't as exciting as a lot of the other of your favorite meme coins, those are going to be the ones that their faces are going to be melting, because they're going to be like, why? Almost like how I feel about ICP, right? I'm like, it just it just keeps going up, right? I mean, eventually that's going to happen. And like I said, the one big thing that the one big thing that's going for Milady's and for Dog Elon is that their market caps are so freaking small, right? So small, so much potential for those big gains to happen. So I think if you're holding on to Dog Elon, I don't think it's going to be a bad thing in the bull run. My question is what do you think is going to do better? A project like Milady that's a new up and coming meme coin, or something like an OG like Dog Elon? What are your thoughts? So I KF said, I was wondering, how would you compare Milady to Elon? I mean, that's pretty much my comparison, right? You have a new project like Milady that I think is up and coming, that hasn't even really seen a bull market yet, that I think honestly is going to be one of the bigger. I think you want to talk about melt faces. I think Milady it has the potential to really melt some faces because, even right now, the market cap being so small, you would think that a lot of people would be flooding into this project, right? And just accumulating, and we don't see that yet, right? We don't see that yet. But when we get into this bull market and this market cap for Milady goes from $39 million up to $1 billion, and I mean quick, that's when you're going to see a lot of people just going nuts, like, what the hell? This has been right in front of me the whole time, and just, yeah, I'm sorry, I was reading. Let's see, what did this guy say here? Oh, he's just spreading FUD. Spreading FUD. We ain't even going to acknowledge that. But yeah, I think both projects are going to do good. I think both projects are going to do better. Good. What I'm saying is it's anyone's guess to say which project's going to do better, right? Which project's going to do better. And I always tell you guys, with meme coins particularly, what drives a meme coin? What drives a meme coin to their top potential is going to be the hype. What project's going to get the hype behind them, right? What project's going to get the hype behind them? You guys remember what Pepe did during a bear market? Freaking shot up during a bear market and was able to, it go up to over $1 billion market cap when everything was down and, everything was just doing crappy at the time. You saw this one meme coin come out and everybody and their mother were talking about Pepe at one point. So speaking of bringing up Myro, you guys know I've been covering Myro as well. And I've been telling everybody, just be careful. I've been telling everybody, be careful. We're almost getting to some levels where I'm actually interested in jumping in. Market cap has dropped down to about $94 million. You guys remember I'm looking for anything at $75 million or less for market cap. So that would mean it dropping down to under 8 cents, right? Anything under this 786, if we can get the opportunity, I'm going to probably, allocate some money into Myro because I think Myro is going to go on another pump here eventually. But for right now, like I keep telling you guys, people with meme coins, especially in Solana's ecosystem, are like freaking, they have the worst ADD for crypto, right? And, they come in, a lot of these people made a lot of profits and they have moved on to other projects, right? They do the stick and move, right? Like they're boxing. And that's what you're seeing with a lot of these older projects. And I say older, Myro's hasn't even been out for too long, right? I mean, just 4 weeks ago, everybody was talking about Myro. Now you fast forward to where we're at right now, and not too many people are talking about Myro anymore. Not too many people are talking about it, and you see that it's slowly dwindling down. Just 4 weeks ago, this thing was at about $240 million market cap. It has dropped down, about 55% since then. So, that's why I always was telling everybody about Myro when it was up at around $240 million. I said, be careful with this project because what's going to happen is at any day now, the excitement's going to die off for this project. And that's pretty much what we've seen. You can see for the month, it's still up, right? Because this thing had such a crazy pump. It looks like a month ago it was around 3 cents. And you can see it's still obviously at around 9 cents. So it's still up 300% from where it was at just a month ago. So, I mean, it's still up. But you still have people that are probably holding on that are sitting in profit that have all bought in back here, right? That didn't catch the top. And they're probably sitting there with the buy button, sitting there like, I really want to sell right now and just move on. I want to sell and move on, So I'm just waiting. This is a project that I'm just going to wait on. And maybe down the road, we can see a 5 or 7 cent, Myro, and I'll jump in because I think that'll, if it drops down to a certain price, like 5 cents, it'll bring in a lot of buyers. So let's see here. So free Sorry if I missed any of you guys' questions here. So Craig, let's see here. So I'm trying to jump back up. So TJ said that he got fetch at 5 cents. Thanks for rubbing it in our face, bro. Thanks for rubbing it in our face, man. I'm just kidding. 5 cents, that's a hell of a deal right there, bro. I'll buy all your fetch right now for 10 cents. I'll double your money. I will literally buy it off for 10 cents right now, bro. Just kidding. Hot Rod saying, I'm selling in 2030 following the bull run unless my bag's pumped like hell. I hear you. 2030 is, believe it or not, it's in the crypto market is so long away, right? It's like two ways. You can look at it as it's right around the corner, or it's so long away. We could go through two different bears and bull markets in that span of time, right? So who knows? You're saying that right now, and then maybe at the end of this year, we're at the top of a bull market. And like I tell you guys, it's so hard if your portfolio just jumped up 10x and you're sitting on some massive profits. It's hard to not hit that sell button, right? So we'll come back when we're in a bull market, Hot Rod. Hopefully you're still here, and we'll check, and I'm going to ask you if you're still holding. Craig was saying that's why I'm not selling my PRQ. It makes them big moves and never totally retraces. Yeah, I mean, it definitely, we'll every time you come in, just remind me. We'll definitely check it out, and we'll keep monitoring the project. If that thing ever drops down to like certain levels, let me know, because I'm going to buy in on a dip, because, I mean, the market cap's so small. So Izreal, I hope I pronounced that right, Fountain. I got 5 billion, still buying more, bro. Nice. Hell yeah, bro. Solid bag, little solid foundation right there, and just keep DCA. And especially, you're at a perfect time right now for like Milady. If you're talking about Milady, I mean, you're in a perfect time right now where, we're the market cap's so low. You're buying in at such a good price right now. That when this thing, like I was saying last night, we're looking at like Pepe. Right? And I think Pepe is going to do good in this next bull run for sure. But we're looking at like a project like Pepe is around $400 million market cap, right? And you look at where Milady is. For Milady to get where this is, that's a 10x. Just to get where Pepe is. And Pepe's market cap is small. That's only $388 million. That's a 10x from where we're at right now. So that means if you have $1,000 in Milady, you're going to have $10,000 when we get up to around $400 million. Imagine when we get up to $1 billion. Imagine when we get up to $1 billion. That's going to be like a 22x from where we're at right now. Imagine if we get up to multi-billion dollars. Now you're talking about that 50, 100x project. That's what I'm saying. So as far as with Milady, the potential, like I keep telling you guys, the potential's there for some massive gains for sure. And you can see, looking right here, look at people already starting to look bearish. People are mad that they bought in on Pepe and Pepe's not exploding. Watch. Pepe's going to... I hate when people come on here and say, look at this. The scam is completed. They sold 100% of the tokens. Look at the token holders on Etherscan. All tokens are on exchanges. A real Ponzi rug pull. I mean, even if all the 100% of supply is already in circulating supply. Maybe the devs did sell out. Okay? Maybe they sold out. There's still a $400 million market cap. I don't think people really understand what an actual rug pull is until you freaking go on DeFi. Go play around in DeFi for a little while. Put some money in there, and I guarantee in 5 minutes you'll find out what an actual rug pull is. Right? Just because from what they claim that the freaking devs sold off, to all the exchanges doesn't mean it's a rug pull particularly, right? A rug pull is when all the liquidity is ripped from right under you, right? The whole project liquidity is taken out in one swoop. That's a rug pull. Check out Pepe Fork Pork. We were actually looking at that a little while ago. I'll bring it out in a minute. I'll bring it up. Just catching up. So when majority starts writing things off, I start doing my own research on it. Exactly. You got to look at those little hidden gems that no one's talking about. BP said, "Oh damn, I missed the live. I'm gonna have to rewatch, but better late than never for sure. Stay live, and then whenever we end, you can go back and recap on some of the rants that I went through earlier. And just to catch you up, Anybody that's usually in here, I was able to close my position on Jupiter finally, bro. I was able to finally close my position. So, Hot Rod said, community, community, and community drives memes. Repeat after me. Community, community, and you're welcome. There you go. And Jojo, I left Dogecoin for Milady. Nice. That honestly, I mean, obviously, I'm not giving out any financial advice, but I feel like that's a solid move right there. You guys already know, and I'm just going to repeat it from my boy Jojo. I think Dogecoin and Shiba are going to do pretty good in the next bull run, but I don't think they're going to get to where they were on the last bull run. I think there's going to be new contenders, and I think allocating maybe to one of those new contenders like Ladies might be a solid move right there. So definitely tip my hat on that. And Crypto Law said, check out Pepe Fork and Pork. So that's not just one project, right? Because we already looked up Pork, because everybody's been freaking talking about it all day today. This is Pork. Definitely running. I was thinking about jumping in, but I'm going to just stay out of it for right now. Market cap is around $300 million. I'm not really big on trading on Ethereum. I love Ethereum, right? But I haven't really been looking at projects like jumping in on DeFi for Ethereum. I should probably. Solana's been just a little bit too crazy recently. It really has. Too freaking crazy. But Pork, a lot of people have been talking about it. Hype's behind this project right now. This is like today's new meme coin for right now. Right? You have Pork. And then what's the other one you want to look at? Crypto Law. You said Pepe, Fork, and Pork. Are they three different projects? Oh, I see Pepe Fork. And then it's Pork. Oh, okay. I got it. I just answered my own question here. Let's see if we can do some kind of a fib retracement on this. With these new projects, they don't really respect fib retracements whatsoever. Because, they're still trying to find solid support. And, as this thing moves up, it'll easily, you can see the top of the fib right here was its all-time high. It's really not far. So this thing, we can look at it in 10 minutes and it can easily be, broken out of this fib retracement. But if I was looking at this project, maybe it's a gamble, right? It's a gamble. You're going to be buying in right now. You have a lot of people that have bought in well down here. This thing is up 73% it claims. Let me see from the bottom from where it's at. It's not going to tell me. So it's not going to give me a percent right now. But let me see here. So this came out about 2 days ago. I wouldn't be surprised if this thing's up massively, like hundreds of percent. And you have people sitting on profits right now. So buying in right now is definitely going to be a gamble. Definitely going to be a gamble as far as, are you going to be left holding the bag, or is this thing going to continue to pump? So just be careful with putting any money on this project for sure. But if you got in, anywhere down here, you're definitely up. So I would be watching like a hawk to see, if we're going to continue to pump. If this thing obviously retraces back, you can see it's hit its head. Let's see here. You can see this thing's hit its head right here at this 62 mark multiple times, and it actually bounced. You see this confirmation. Look, it hit its head. We'll call it twice, right? It's hit its head almost 3 times right here at this 62. Look at the bounce. Confirmed, retraced, bounced off that 62. That's when it made its local high. It might, I'm not saying it will, but it could possibly bounce back down towards the 62. At that case, you better watch it, because if it might do another bounce, find that support, or it could retest it and break below it. That's obviously going to be a sign, just because it's a new project, that this thing's probably going to be breaking down, because you have a lot of people that are in on profit. They don't have any kind of emotional attachment to the project. They'll sell real fast. So right now, everybody's just trying to ride the wave and see if they can 2x or 10x their money that they put in. So TJ said, check out BNB chain. What are we checking out on Binance, bro? Binance is the number one DeFi for today for volume, 24-hour volume at $1.66 billion. Oh, you want to check out Eco? Is that a project you want to check out on Binance? Or he's saying check out the Binance ecosystem. Is this the project you want to look at? I don't think this is the project you want to look at, right? Let's check out what the markets are doing real quick. Took my eye off it for a little while. So you guys can see for Bitcoin, we're still hovering right there, right below that 43,000. So everything looks good with Bitcoin. I think if we are going to see some retracements, you can see right here. So this light blue is going to be our 100-day SMA, and you can see we've kind of, as we've been moving up since we broke it, that's when we broke above this 100-day, obviously, and that's when we started breaking out. But you can see we kind of went down recently on these last few dips in the last few minutes. We have dropped down, and it looks like we're pretty much respecting that 100-day SMA moving average. So as we move up, hopefully the dips will be a little bit smaller down. Nice little W pattern right here that formed. You can see obviously it pushed us towards the upside. If we do have any more drops, you can see we haven't really been respecting the 20 and the 50 day right now. 20 and the 50 day have not been respected. Let's move to the 1 hour. Let's see here. So for the 1 hour, you can see this is going to be our 200 day. That's going to be the ultimate line in the sand right there for us to continue up this run. If we do break down, bouncing off this 200 day right here, which technically right now would be around the 41.9. The 41.9, that's going to be our spot, which would be $1,000 drop for Bitcoin right now, which I honestly, that would be a big sell-off. Don't see that happening, but that's going to be our ultimate line in the sand as we start moving back up. And obviously the 200 day is going to be moving up as well. So tomorrow, we'll probably be somewhere around $42,500 for this 200. So you can see if we do drop, at least we're going to be holding most likely above the 42,000. If not, hopefully we're breaking 44, 45,000. We're not even worried about that. So TJ was saying all their projects pump really weirdly for BNB. Bro, I'm going to be honest with you with Binance ecosystem. I've never gone on. I've never bought a DeFi. I've never spent any money on Binance. Never. I've never spent any money on Binance. I'm going to be completely honest with you. I know it's like, obviously today it's number one for DeFi. So, there's a lot of people that aren't like me that are definitely, all into Binance's DeFi for sure. Just me personally, I have never, even looked at any projects on there whatsoever. I actually pulled up my Binance wallet and I had a little bit of money in there. And I was like, what the hell? Off of a project that I bought off of Kronos. I don't know how, but I have money on my Binance for this project that I bought off of the Kronos network. I don't know how that happened whatsoever, but I was like, all right. Let's see if there's any latest news that came out. Anything. Oh, God. Did you guys see this? Did you guys see what BitBoy or Ben? Wow, you look at this. This is old. You see how old this is? He's lost a lot of weight from since then. That boy, he's going through it, man. He's going through it. So it says renowned crypto influencer BitBoy, real name Ben Armstrong, has announced at the end of his daily crypto show. Announced the end of his daily crypto show as of yesterday, January the 31st. Right. Let's see here. Cash crunch and legal battles prompt closure. In a surprising turn of events, BitBoy bid farewell to his 3-year daily crypto show. Let's see, revealed on his YouTube channel, BitBoy attributed the decision to financial challenges. So if you guys know, obviously, not going to cover much of it, but he's been going through a lot with legal stuff and all that good stuff. I honestly think he's going to come, he'll come right back. YouTube's that guy's life. He's going to come back. He can't, if there's not a camera on him for like a few days, he's not going to be able. And I respect him. I honestly do respect him, because whether you love him or you hate him, right? I mean, he put on a good show. It was entertaining, right? So, yeah, I mean, he's going through a divorce. He's going through, with everything on his previous channel, everything like that. And a lot of times, what people don't realize is when you're going against, with legal matters, right? Those lawyers will drain the hell out of you. So it almost is, even if you're at the right, and the other people are in the wrong, if the other people have more money, they can draw the case out and really can outlast you as far as financially, right? So, and that's what he's claiming, is that he doesn't have the finances anymore to even to fight. So he had to drop the cases, is what he claims, right? So it was a big win for Discover Crypto. Was a big win for them, because they didn't even have to really go into court as like a full blown trial or anything like that, because they basically were able to outbid him, and survive longer. So, it is what it is. If you guys, I don't know if you guys, he was very big in 2020 and 2021. Very big channel. He got up to almost 1.5 million subscribers, and watching his channel, believe it or not, there was times that I was going through where I told you guys my stories where, being in 2020, I was new to crypto, and going through some of these drops, I would be was about to sell, and I would, watch his show, him and along with other people, but I would watch his show, and he would always, give that motivation on why you shouldn't sell, right? Why you shouldn't sell unless you like financially have to. Just wait it out, and a lot of times patience will pay off, right? So I owe respect to him, because a lot of times I wanted to sell particularly my Ethereum. When we went into this big, Ethereum was moving in 2021, and mid 2021, it dropped from we were at around 2,800. I'm throwing numbers. I don't remember exactly where we were at, but around 2,800, maybe 3,000. Or no, it went up to 4,000 actually. It went up to 4,000, and it dropped all the way back down to $1,200, right? And I was like, damn. I was like, should I sell? Because had made this dramatic drop, and the whole market kind of did that. And, I remember him coming out and just be like, this is manipulation. The bull runs were right around the corner for the bull run. And sure enough, I held, and, it paid off for me, because, I was able to sell my Ethereum, at the, towards the highs at around $4,500. So, stuff like that. I hope that one day I can do that for all you guys, give you guys motivation and stuff like that. Obviously not financial advice, but just give motivation, if you guys are ever down, or you're thinking about, something, this and that, maybe I can give you some of my experience and show you why you should or shouldn't do something, right? Because at the end of the day, I want to see you guys, do good, right? I know you guys are, part of the community, and one thing that would be my goal is down the road, seeing you guys come back, a year down the road, 2 years down the road, and tell me that you guys are you're financially stable, you have financial freedom, right? Because that's the one thing I would love to see for all of us, even myself, right? For all of us. So hit the like for that financial freedom, right? So really think we're going to pretty much cap it off here, because we are going to be back here in about 5 hours. We're going to come back at around 6:30, 7 o'clock tonight. Bitcoin, 43,000 even right now. 43,000 even. Ladies, and not just ladies, but pretty much all the altcoins right now are going to be kind of stagnant. They're going to be stagnant. We're kind of waiting right now in the market. We're waiting to see what Bitcoin's actually going to do. Is Bitcoin going to break 45,000 in this next few days? If Bitcoin is able to break 45,000 and stay above those numbers, that's when you're going to see the altcoins retracing back to where some of the numbers that we were at just 4 weeks ago, I believe. So, I think that we are on the right path. We got the ETF behind us. We got the Fed meeting behind us for now, right? Now, we do have, and I'm going to pull it up real quick, we do have another Fed meeting in March. Let me see if I bookmarked. Yeah, right here. So we do have another Fed meeting in about 48 days, which is technically about 5 weeks from now, right? And you can see as of now, and I told you this is going to change as we get closer, most likely, right? But for right now, we have 62% saying that there's going to be another pause or possibly a quarter point ease, a quarter point reduction in the interest rates. We have 37.5% saying that there's going to be 0.25 or 0.5%, 0.5 ease or reduction in the interest rates. I highly doubt this is going to happen. A lot of people are actually calling for May. We're calling for May, not the next one. March is going to be the next one, right? But they're calling for May, where we're going to start seeing the rate hikes, rate reductions begin, where right now we're at about 5.5% interest rates. They're going to start doing probably quarter basis points, I would imagine, at the first time they do it. And a lot of people are calling for May. As you can see, 60% as of now think it's going to be most likely May. We're going to see that first 0.25% reduction in interest rates, which would be very bullish in the market. So we'll definitely keep monitoring this. Like I said, these numbers will change, but we have March. We have March meeting coming, and then after March is April. That's going to be the halving. That's going to be a very big thing. So we have some things lined up. If for whatever reason, throwing the scenario out that they they do a reduction in interest rates a quarter or more for the March meeting, and then we have the halving, the following meeting, that's going to be a big catalyst for Bitcoin to really make some big moves and the whole market. So definitely got a lot of things coming up. So I hope you guys are ready. Don't really pay attention too much, obviously, on what we're doing. These swings are going to be, we're going to just be having swings. But in the big picture, just focus on what your goals are. Milady right now, we're in a perfect spot for consolidation, dollar cost averaging in. So that's exactly what I've been doing, and I'm sure a lot of us have been, so, and not just for Milady, but for your favorite crypto projects. So everything will get back to where we're at, and we're going to exceed even just where we were at 2 months ago when we saw that light little pump. We definitely will. So again, market cap so low for Milady. Beautiful time to just dollar cost average in. So I'm going to go ahead and leave it there, guys. Make sure you guys, if you haven't already, hit that like and hit the subscribe. We will be back on today. We're going to do a double stream, double header. I'll be back on around 6:30, 7 o'clock tonight, and we'll go over anything that's changed in the last few hours, and I'm sure there'll be some new headlines and stuff like that we can go over, and any of your favorite projects. Have them ready. We'll definitely look them up. So other than that, guys, thank you so much. I appreciate it and hope you guys have a wonderful day today, and I'll see you guys in a few hours.